Hi, this is Steve from Scale Model Kit Review. I just received Pack 3 from DeAgostini Collectibles of the Ford GT. Join me, will you? Welcome back. I just received 5 stages with Pack 3 and stages 8 through 12. Now, mostly working on the interior of the car here, and I'm enjoying this immensely. What's super cool about this subscription are the magazines. I'm reading every article in here, and I'm learning a lot about racing this car and other series that are associated with motorsports. So, for me, being an avid race car fan, I love this build. It's fantastic. Head over to DeAgostini Collectibles and subscribe to this build today. I put a direct link and promo code down below. Please click on the direct link. It helps me out and it helps out DeAgostini. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started on stage 8. And welcome back. Here's everything you'll receive in Pack 3 of this installment. And we receive stages 8 through 12. So for stage 8, we received the driver's seat. Stage 9, the co-driver's seat, part 1. Stage 10, co-driver's seat, part 2. Stage 11, the central seat panel. And the final stage, stage 12, the co-driver's door. I also received a fantastic gift in Pack 3, and the gifts you'll receive could vary, so check out DeAgostini Collectibles for the gifts that you'll receive when you sign up for this subscription. But this is wonderful. So, really nice folder here actually, but what's inside are some really nice prints. So we have prints of the 1966 Le Mans. And it's funny because it says Sutton Motorsports. That's my family name. And once again, 1969 Le Mans. Beautiful. And that's from Goddard Automotive. And the last one from 1969 from Le Mans is this wonderful photograph there. So these are suitable for framing, and I just think they're wonderful. So let's go ahead and get started on stage 8. Hear that? The sound of freedom. And welcome back to stage 8 of this build. This is the magazine that you'll receive with this. Very high quality magazine here. Semi-gloss pages, all color. There's, of course, there's black and white photographs from back in the day when these cars ran the circuits back in the 60s. I'll go ahead and show you this magazine, but for the other magazines, I'll just show you the instructions. You'll have to subscribe to this to see the articles that are in the other magazines. But packed full of articles. Lots of research was done here by DeAgostini for these articles. So the first one they talk about is the J Project, and I have read all 5 magazines, and very informative, very cool, and interesting articles there. So they talk about the design and what came about with this J car, which was a prototype race car for the GT40. And you can see here with the design on the bottom, you can barely, the driver could never see out the back. There's no rear window, and they fixed that with some mirrors, but that's what it looks like there. And of course, Ken Miles talks about Ken Miles, and he was the test driver, and I'm not going to get into it, but he did pass away during one of their tests. And when we start assembling the driver's seat, well illustrated, color, very easy to follow. And in this example, we're going to have to get parts from the previous pack, pack 2, to complete this stage. But like I said, magazine runs anywhere between 8 to 9 pages. Wonderful article here on the types of screws. Let's get a close look at the screws here. So you can pause the video if you like. I did film this in HD, very high quality 4K video, and it talks about the metal screws, how they're defined with an FD, D as in die cast or metal. Then of course the screws designed for plastic, to cut into plastic. They're larger threads, and they're defined as FP, P for plastic. So let me get the parts out and I'll be right back. And here's the parts pack for stage 8. So go ahead and take this out and I'll be right back. Here's a close-up of that part. Now this is made of a softer material. It's not the usual PVC plastic. So this is a rubberized material, which would fit in with the seat. It's like the seat cover itself. Very nice. So all we do in this stage is we go ahead and gather the seat. This is what we call the driver's seat, right? And that we received in a previous stage. And we're going to just mesh this together. Now, you want to make sure that everything lines up like it should. And everything should be flush on the edges. All the edges, especially on this side, make sure it's all flush. And you can see how that looks. Very convincing, and that's what the real seats actually look like in these GT40s. Very nice. So that completes stage 8. Let's head over to stage 9. Welcome back. Let's look at the build instructions for stage 9. So for stage 9, we start assembling the co-driver's seat. And just like we received in the previous pack, we received these 2 parts and some screws, some FP03 screws. Then we start assembling those 2 parts of the seat, put 2 screws in, and that will complete it. Let's look at the parts for stage 9. Here's the parts for stage 9. I'll take these out, I'll get a closer look. And here are those parts, made of plastic. Both of them, and FP03 screws. So we'll simply just insert these together here. There's no alignment tabs that they go together with. And the FP03 screws go into this. They are flanged, 2 of them. And that looks good there. So that's all we do with this stage. Let's head over and do stage 10. And welcome back. Let's look at the build instructions for stage 10. So for stage 10, we continue building the co-driver's seat. And that just inserts together just like the driver's seat. Let me get the parts and I'll be right back. And here's the parts pack for stage 10. I'll take this out, we'll get a closer look. And here's a close-up of that seat cushion. Like I was saying, this is kind of a rubberized material, and that is fantastic. Pretty cool there. So I'll bring over the co-driver's seat back, and we'll line up the top first. Make sure the inserts go into the top holes. Make sure everything is together here. And that's how that looks. So that completes stage 10. Let's head over and do stage 11. And welcome back. Let's look at the build instructions for stage 11. So we work on the central seat panels next. And here are the parts we received. Plus we received 2 types of screws, the FP03 and FP02 screws. And we get both of our driver and co-driver seats, and we're going to mesh those together with our panel we received in the previous pack, the central panel. That's how that looks. And we'll screw all that together, and eventually our seats will look just like that after we get all our screws in. Let me get the parts and I'll be right back. Here's the parts pack for stage 11. I'll take these out and get a closer look. Here's a close-up of the parts, and these panels are made of plastic, FP02 and FP03. Let's get started. So the first thing we'll do is we'll put these two panels together, and we're going to line them up just like that. There's an alignment tab. FP03 screw goes into this. And not too tight, but that looks good there. Flange holds that together. Now we'll bring over our driver's seat. This is the driver's seat here, and this is going to mount to the back side of it. There's two mounting points, one right there and one right there. So just like that. Okay, so that looks good there. FP02 screws go into this, two of them. And just snug, that way it doesn't strip out, and that looks good there. Now we're going to bring over our co-driver's seat, and it's going to slide in the same way. And once again, two more FP02 screws go into this. Screw this down till it's snug, not too tight. Good. And that's how that looks. And from that side also. And the last stage, we are going to put our central cushion into this. And so if you look here, it will notch in on top first, then we'll snap it down on the bottom. So that's what we'll do there. Just like that. And that looks great. Great. So that completes stage 11. Let's go ahead and do the final stage, stage 12. And welcome back. Let's look at the final stage for pack 3, and that's stage 12 here. This time we received the co-driver's door, and those are the parts we received. Exterior door lamp and the door itself and some screws. So we're going to install the door lamp, put the screws in for it, and that's what it should look like when we're done. Let me get the parts and I'll be right back. Here's the parts pack for stage 12. Wonderful there. Remember, this is officially licensed. So in this case, Ford Motor Company gave a license, and they have a thing here called Scan and Play. That's pretty cool. Haven't tried it out yet, but I am definitely going to try it out. So let me take these out and I'll be right back. Here's a close-up of the part. Very nice. Co-driver's door. I love the baby blue and the orange striping for the Gulf colors. This is, of course, made of metal. And, of course, we already assembled the driver's door. This is the co-driver's door. That's wonderful. Very nice. High quality. FP02, and we received the little chrome light. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to install the little door light. And that's keyed. It only goes in one way. And if you wanted, you can install your screw first before you install it, so you can get the thread started. And just snug so we don't strip it out. That looks good. It's wonderful. So I had a blast with this pack 3. So I'll be right back and we'll look at everything we built in pack 3. And here's everything we built in pack 3, which is the driver and co-driver seat assembly. And those definitely look authentic to the real GT40. Fantastic. I love how that looks. And then we received the co-driver door. Just getting ready to finish assembling that in the next upcoming pack. So I can't wait for pack 4 to arrive. But this is fantastic, and I'm really loving this build, especially the articles in the magazine. They're great to read. I've learned a lot about the WRC racing series, the Ford Fiesta, the Capri. I mean, there's wonderful articles in there, and I read every one of them as soon as it arrives. But if you haven't done so already, head over to DeAgostini Collectibles and check out their site. See what other cars and what other kits they have available. This one is definitely a must. It's the first time available in the USA. So head over there and subscribe to this today. You'll love it. Nothing's been hard so far, and if you follow my videos, you'll have no problems. I'll make the mistakes before you will, and I'll definitely show you the corrections that you may need to do. But anyway, I haven't had to do any corrections. This has gone together very smoothly and very nice. So I hope you enjoyed this video series. If you like my content, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get 20,000 subscribers, and if you can see, I'm not quite there yet. So please help me out. Spread the word about my channel. I'm trying to give you guys quality videos and builds with this series. So with that, happy modeling everybody, and take care.